Have you ever felt like the more you try to control life, the more it slips through your fingers? That the most incredible things, love, art, revolutions, spring from moments of pure chaos? Stick around until the end to uncover the secret Nietzsche saw in the abyss. Why chaos isn't just inevitable, but more powerful than any order you try to impose. Why is chaos more powerful than order? In this video, we're diving deep into the heart of Nietzsche's philosophy, where chaos isn't just destruction, it's the wellspring of all creativity, strength, and transformation. While society scrambles to keep everything under control, schedules, rules, systems, Nietzsche challenges us to stare into the abyss and dance with it. We'll explore why chaos freaks us out so much, but also why it's the key to what makes us truly human. Get ready to see how losing control can be your greatest strength, and why trying to order everything might be your biggest mistake. We live in an age obsessed with order. Think about it. Our lives are a grid of time slots, 9 to 5 jobs, phone, reminders, even breakfast has a set time. Society's built systems for everything, laws, schools, algorithms deciding what pops up on your screen. But look out the window. The world's on fire. Climate crises rip cities off the map, protests erupt out of nowhere, pandemics trash our plans. Nietzsche, that wild genius who seemed to smell the future, would say, this is par for the course. For him, chaos is the blood pumping through existence's veins, and order just makeup we slap on to pretend everything's fine. So why is chaos, this thing that makes our hair stand on end, more powerful than the order we worship? Let's start with Nietzsche's take on the world. He didn't buy the idea of a neat little universe with gears ticking in harmony. To him, life's a clash of forces, what he called the will to power. Everything out there is fighting to assert itself, to grow, to become something new. And that only happens in chaos. Order's the opposite. It's slapping handcuffs on life, saying, stay put. Picture a thunderstorm. It roars, shakes the sky, pure chaos. But it's what brings the rain that keeps the world spinning. Now picture a quiet library, everything in its place. It's calm but lifeless. Nietzsche'd say the thunderstorm's king. Chaos is where power throbs. Order's just an echo trying to call the shots. So why does it scare us? Our brains are hooked on order. Neuroscience backs it up. We love patterns because they give us solid ground. When you know the bus rolls in at 7 a.m., your day flows. But when chaos hits, like the bus breaking down, your boss losing it, or your relationship blowing up, your amygdala, that danger detector, freaks out like it's the end of the world. It's a cave dweller leftover. Order was the tribe keeping you safe from lions. Chaos was you alone in the wild. But Nietzsche grabs that fear and throws it back at us. You're scared of chaos because you don't know how to wield it, yet it's in chaos that you became human, that you sparked fire, crafted art, dreamed big. Let's dig deeper. Why does society fight chaos so hard? Think of the big civilizations that tried to tame the world. Rome, with its legions marching in straight lines, its flawless roads, order was the name of the game. Then came the barbarians, wild and chaotic, and the empire crumbled to dust. The Enlightenment bet big on reason, thinking we could organize the universe into a rule book. But soon after, the French Revolution hit, heads rolling, total chaos, and the world was never the same. Nietzsche loved that twist. He said, order's a house of cards, and the abyss is the wind that always knocks it down. Why? Because chaos doesn't just break, it rebuilds. Without it, nothing new comes to life. It's the storm that topples the old tree so the seed can sprout. Now, bring it home. Ever made a perfect plan, a job, a trip, only for chaos to show up and laugh in your face? I have. I had a project all mapped out, deadlines locked in, until a literal flood swamped my office. At first, I wanted to cry. But then in the mess, I found an idea I'd never have stumbled on if everything stayed in order. Nietzsche'd say the abyss slaps you, but it hands you a gift too. Chaos knocks you down and asks, what now? Order keeps you seated. Chaos makes you stand. So why is chaos more powerful? Nietzsche hits us with the eternal recurrence. He says, imagine living your life over and over, forever, with every stumble, every pain, every chaos. Would you say yes? To him, embracing that is the peak of human strength. Order's easy, it's sticking to the script, dodging the scare. But facing chaos, dancing with the abyss, that's what makes you bigger than life. He looked to artists as proof. Beethoven, deaf and drowning in inner storms, wrote symphonies that still echo. Michelangelo took a rough, chaotic slab of marble and birthed David. Order doesn't do that, it files papers. Chaos carves mountains. History's packed with this evidence. The French Revolution was a bloodbath, pure chaos, guillotines humming. But it gave us the democracy we breathe today. The Renaissance was a messy explosion, plague, wars, ideas flying, and it birthed geniuses like Da Vinci and Shakespeare. Even science, penicillin dropped into our laps from a chaotic fluke, a forgotten dish in a lab. Nietzsche'd say, chaos is history's conductor, while order's just the assistant scribbling the score. But why do we cling to order, even seeing all this? Because chaos pokes at the ego. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance. When chaos shows we're not in control, our brains flip out. The 2019 study found unpredictable situations spike anxiety, but also ignite creativity. I've lived it. In a meeting, I pitched a wild idea for an event. Some rolled their eyes, too risky. But those who jumped into the madness with me pulled off something unforgettable. Chaos yanks you out of the cage, but most folks prefer staying locked in even with the key in hand. And today, on social media, order rules the perfect feeds, curated lives, flawless filters. But what blows up? Nonsense memes, unhinged drama, videos that trash the rules. Algorithms try to impose order, but chaos always slips through. Look at the pandemic. It smashed the world's order. Schools went virtual, offices turned into couches. But how many stories came out of it? People reinventing themselves, artists blowing up from scratch. Nietzsche'd crack up. I told you, order's a sandcastle. So why the fear? Nietzsche said it's because we dodge the abyss. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, he drops this gem. One must have chaos within to give birth to a dancing star. The abyss isn't just the end, it's the start. Van Gogh was walking chaos, jagged brushstrokes, a mind in tatters, but his canvases are timeless. Martin Luther King threw chaos at racist order, marches, unpredictable speeches, and paved the way for justice. Chaos is the thunder order can't hush. Let's pull more from history. Socrates flipped Athens upside down with questions no one wanted to hear. Chaos in philosophy, but he planted the thinking we use today. The Industrial Revolution was a nightmare. Smoke, clanging machines, cities in shambles. But it birthed the modern world. Trains, electric lights, stuff we take for granted. Even Nietzsche himself, his ideas were a hurricane, mocked as crazy back then. But now, God is dead is a rallying cry for anyone wrestling with existence. Chaos always wins out, because order's just a breather between waves and in your life. Didn't the moments that shaped you come from chaos? Say love that blindsided you, an idea that popped out of nowhere, a crisis that forced you to pivot. My buddy lost everything in a messy divorce. House, car, direction. He hit rock bottom, but then wrote a book about the pain. Now, he lives off it and told me chaos saved me. Nietzsche'd say, of course, the abyss is where you strike gold. If chaos is so strong, why do we run to order? Because it's simpler. Order's knowing the day's the same, it's routine, it's saying, I'm in charge. Chaos is risking it, staring into the void and thinking, I'll make something out of this. Nietzsche called it the will to power, the raw drive to create, but only if you drop the reins. He saw order as a blanket for folks scared of the cold. Who do you admire more? The guy who sticks to the line, or the one who rips up the map and finds a new path? Today, chaos is everywhere. The pandemic was an earthquake. Order collapsed, schools shut, jobs evaporated. But check out what came from it. Musicians streaming from garages, businesses popping up in kitchens, people reconnecting amid the mess. I know a girl who lost her internship during the pandemic, left adrift. She learned to bake in the chaos. Now she's got an online bakery that's booming. Chaos doesn't ask if you're ready. It hands you a stage to shine. Let's bring in more stories. Leonardo da Vinci was chaos on legs. Scribbled notebooks, wild ideas, half-finished projects. But out came the Mona Lisa, sketches of flying machines that sparked centuries. Freud turned psychology into a circus, sex, dreams, a jumbled unconscious, and now he's therapy's granddad. In science, the Big Bang, the chaotic blast that birthed the universe, is the root of everything we know about the cosmos. Order explains, chaos creates. And in culture, punk. Rock was a chaotic scream, off-key guitars spat out lyrics. It changed music forever. In movies, Fight Club throws chaos on screen. Tyler Durden's Nietzsche with brass knuckles. These show chaos doesn't just tear down, it builds what order can't dream up. Now let's go further. Think mythology. The Greeks worshipped chaos. It was the primal void, the father of all gods. Before Zeus brought order to Olympus, chaos ruled, birthing worlds. Nietzsche loved that. Chaos as existence's womb. Even in the Bible, before let there be light, there was tohu vabohu, formless chaos. Every culture knows deep down that chaos comes first. And modern science? Chaos theory, butterflies flapping wings, hurricanes halfway across the globe, shows the universe is unpredictable. The order we see is just a thin coat. Think evolution. Random mutations, genetic chaos, that's what dragged us here. Nietzsche'd say, "You're kids of the abyss. Quit pretending you're from order." In art, chaos reigns. Picasso shattered. Painting with cubism, twisted shapes, pure chaos, and redefined beauty. In jazz, improv is chaos dancing. No sheet music, just soul. I saw a jazz gig once. The sax player lost the beat, messed it all up, then ripped a solo that got the crowd on its feet. Chaos doesn't ask permission, it creates. And you? Ever felt chaos shape you? One time I had a rotten day, rain, delays, everything off. Sat in a coffee shop, scribbled an idea on a napkin, and it turned into a piece that opened doors. Chaos doesn't give you a map, it gives you ink. My artist friend says, "My best paintings come when I'm a wreck." Maybe you soar when your wings are busted too. In nature, chaos calls the shots. Hurricanes wreck, but reshape coastlines. Earthquakes crack the ground, but raise mountains. Human order builds cities, but chaos remakes them. Nietzsche'd say we're the same. We've got storms inside, and trying to hush them kills what keeps us alive. What's Nietzsche teaching us here? Chaos is more powerful because it's honest. Order's a bedtime story we tell ourselves to sleep easy, a pretty lie. The abyss doesn't fake it. It shows you what you can take, what you can make, what you are. I know a guy who lost his dad out of the blue. Total chaos. He lost it, then started running marathons to cope. Now he says chaos made him tougher. The abyss doesn't hand you answers, it gives you ground to build on. How do you face chaos? Nietzsche doesn't give you a playbook. He nudges you, stop running. When it all falls apart, a plan, a love, don't rush to glue it back. Stay in the abyss. Ask, what can I do here? I've done it. Missed a deadline over a chaotic family mess, but sat down and wrote about it. Turned into one of my best pieces. Chaos is the teacher who doesn't explain, just points. One more example. The Russian Revolution. Red chaos, Tsar down, streets alive. Order burned to ash, but a new century rose. Or the hippie movement. Chaotic flowers, drugs, war protests. It shifted culture forever. Chaos ain't cute, but it turns the wheel, and that's secret I promised. Here it is. Chaos is more powerful because it's you. Nietzsche knew we've all got an abyss inside. Fear, passion, wild creativity. Order tries to cap it with plans and rules, but chaos makes you look. And when you do, you see the abyss isn't a pit, it's a stage. Your strength, your art, your life are born there. Next time everything flips upside down, don't fight the chaos, dance with it. As Nietzsche'd say, that's where the dancing stars come from. If this hit you, drop it in the comments. Has chaos ever changed you? Let's talk it out. And if you're up for more dives into mind-shaking ideas, hit subscribe. The abyss is just getting started.